What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Kendrick Knight here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Back at it again, man. Another
Back
WWE,
at it again.
another WWE video, man, with yours truly and Lonnie, man. How you doing today, man?
Hey man, I'm living life, man, taking one step at a time. How about you?
I cannot complain. Probably the same, honestly, man. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah, like Jordan Sparks, say, one step at a time. Hey, shout out to Jordan Sparks, though.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You think highly underrated or overrated?
Underrated, man. That no air with Chris Brown. Hey
Yeah,
man, hey boy, my music videos used to go crazy.
yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about the latest WWE news, man. Updates on, what we've seen since WWE War Games, Survivor Series War Games with, the Bloodline versus Bloodline, the epic match that it was, and just the amount of story that came out of it, and what was left to be told within that story, man. Seth Rollins just crashing out, you know what I mean? Because of CM Punk and Roman Reigns teaming up. Drew McIntyre, the return of Drew McIntyre, the Scottish, what is it? Psychopath, right? Scottish psychopath?
I think it is Psychopath.
Okay. Um, and just everything that's going on Raw, you know what I mean? And we're going to crown ourselves a new women's United States champion this Saturday at Saturday Night Main Event, man.
Yeah, hey,
How you
I
feel?
like the expansion titles for the ladies, man. Ladies getting the recognition, that's always nice. Shout out to all the women that's out there putting foots on everyone's neck.
Hey, real quick, who do you credit to just like the start of the women's revolution, man? And just like where women was and where we are now, like main eventing PLEs, having these spot, like having the match of the night.
I would say, and I know I kind of took a hiatus from wrestling, but just always like observing and stuff. I would have to say either Charlotte or Becky. Just from what I've seen, because I know like in the Attitude Era, right? Like
Mhm.
there was no, ooh, not Attitude, Ruthless Aggression um era. You had your Trish Stratus, you had your Litas and everything like that, but they were really pretty much looked at like side pieces, on a plate. The cornbread, it's nice, it looks good, it's tasty. They're the appetizers. They were the appetizers, right? So I don't think unfortunately, they didn't get I don't think they would ever really get the credit that they deserve. But I really think Charlotte and Becky for sure. Becky just pretty much going against the grain, right? Calling herself the man, and just showing like, hey, like I'm all dog. Like, don't let me being a woman fool you. Like I'll rip you into pieces. And Charlotte Flair, man, she just looks like a natural in the ring. Like her she is literally her dad. She is literally her dad. Um, so that it is nice to see like both of them talking that talk and pretty much putting the actual spotlight that's needed in the women's division. Um, and even like Bianca Belair too. Uh, I think I'll say it like this. I think Charlotte and Becky is really like the foundation, but I think Bianca is the one to kind of like is the one to like really take it off. But I think it really starts with Becky and Charlotte. But just showing um the grit, the grind of what women, go through. And shoot, just even I was about to say something, and that's okay. I don't forgot Kendrick, so I'm gonna just stop.
Man, I would agree to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying, as far as, not just those two, just the entire four horsewomen that like kind of, well, in my opinion, I feel like the root of the women's revolution started with really AJ Lee and just being the difference
Mm.
of what we saw with women at that time. You know what I'm saying? We had the Nikki and Brie Bellas, you know what I'm saying? Just like that diva aspect where you had to just like, you know what I mean? They were treated more so as material, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. And I find it interesting that we don't really hear the word divas anymore.
Yeah.
We hear women. And it's so funny. I can't believe I forgot about AJ. Because then when you said AJ, I even thought about Paige for a split second. For
Yeah.
a split second.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
oh,
Just
Sasha
being,
Banks. Dang.
yeah. And just being that difference that we saw and just having more of an edgier side on the women's side of things that we never really seen since, like you said, Attitude Era with China and so on and so forth. So, and then being one hell of a wrestler as well on top of it with AJ, you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I think that turn for the women started really with AJ, and like you say, you can add Paige into that mix as well. But I think
Yeah.
those four with the four host women kind of like stamped it for sure.
Yeah.
And just the quality of wrestling that they brought to the table. That's came what came out of it was, like you said, the Biancas, the Rhea Ripleys, the Liv Morgans, uh,
Yeah.
and just what you see today with women's wrestling. Honestly, man, I love it. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a change of the guard that we've seen uh,
Yeah.
versus what we saw 20, 15, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And so, um, yeah, man, I think it's really good. You know what I mean? Now introducing the mid card titles for the women with the women's Intercontinental, the women's United States. And speaking of who you got winning the inaugural United States Championship?
So, oh my gosh. So for the United States, I really want to go Tiffany Stratton. I really want to.
She has the case.
Exactly. That's why I'm not going to choose Tiffany.
Okay.
Because I'm just like I think if it wasn't for that, she would win for sure.
Mhm.
So I think it may be Bailey. Um
Really?
I know I don't want it to be Bailey either. And it's no disrespect to Bailey, but it would just be nice to see someone new with it, which is why I kind of wanted to go. You know what? Forget it. I'm going Tiffany Stratton. I don't care if she got the case or not. I'm going Tiffany Stratton. She gonna win, she gonna lose, and then she gonna cash in on some. That's what's gonna happen. So I'm going Tiffany Stratton right now. Yep.
Right now.
Yes.
Okay. Is it going to change or that's
No, I don't think so.
okay? I got you.
I I don't really see her losing. I mean, if it's Bailey, I'm just like, ah. But I mean, I got Tiff. It's Tiffy time, man. Come on.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you as far as like if Bailey wins, it would be like I think that's the safe choice. Give it to Bailey and allow her to build up the mid card title to what it is and allow it to grow on us fans. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I feel like you should just go ahead and put a strap on Chelsea, man. Put a strap on Chelsea, man. And I feel like she's, worked her tail off, you know what I'm saying, versus where she were in the beginning and just, you know what I mean? I think she's definitely um worked um and just got over her own way. And now
Yeah.
what better way to, crown that?
You
And
know what? I think that actually makes sense. And if you remember, who was it who was Bianca facing when Bailey came out? It was before War Games. It was literally the week of War Games, but Bailey came out.
was it Naya?
I don't remember, but Bailey came out and helped. So I wonder if that will backfire on her, and that's how Chelsea will win. Was she facing Piper? I don't remember.
I think I don't know.
But yeah, I think something like that may happen. I would like for Chelsea to win clean, but I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't happen because of
Yeah,
Bianca Belair winning the match, whoever she went up against. But
yeah.
I can see that backfiring on Bailey. So,
So who you got winning that? Tiffany mentioned. Obviously Tiffany,
oh, without a doubt,
right? Clean?
that part I don't know, but I don't see why not. I don't see why not. To me, I wouldn't be surprised if Nia comes out there, but she has no reason to.
Yeah.
That's the only. Oh man, I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah.
So you've been on here for a while, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's this theory that I've been trying to spew on you guys for a long time. And King is just so in denial. And
I feel like I know what you're about
I
to
just
say.
want to bring it up again, you know what I'm saying, since we're talking about the women. You know what I mean? So a couple weeks ago, um, there was an attack on Jay Cargill, right? And it has left us fans trying to figure out like what happened, who's the culprit, who's the one behind the ambush, and they're trying to push this notion that Bailey did it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a part of the War Games match. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even Naomi turning heel. You know what I mean? Because of the you know when Jay came in, she went straight up to the top. You know what I'm saying? And so for someone like Naomi, who has stretched and clawed for 10 plus years just to be in a spot for a Jade. Maybe she did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we know that's not true, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to push. But
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell y'all, man, like, Bianca did that, right? She's turning
Mm.
you. She's turning you.
What makes you say that?
Why not? Because when Jay came in, right? It was like so obvious, like, oh, they're gonna do a Jay Bianca. Eventually, they have to do that. The story writes itself. And when Jay came in, she didn't have the I ain't gonna say she's a bad worker. She just wasn't there at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So what better way to put them together? You know what I'm saying? And so just character wise, it just made sense to most fans. Like, okay, this can't be like a babyface versus babyface. Someone has to turn. So the obvious would be, okay, just turn Jay Hill. You know what I mean? But with Triple H's booking so far, you can't just go with the obvious every single time. You gotta you gotta switch it up. You know what I mean? And like I said before, like Bianca has been a babyface for majority of her run with the WWE, even when she was in NXT. So you gotta switch it up, man. You know what I mean? You see lately, Montez is turning a little, you know what I mean, more of a serious look for him in Angelo Dawkins, you know what I'm saying? And so why not?
I think that's really interesting. Um, I like it. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to visualize how that would look how that would look with, Bianca turning heel because she's almost like God, this is about to sound crazy. The
The female Cena, possibly?
oh, absolutely. So it's almost hard to, you know what this reminds me of? Just a little bit. You remember when Cena and Batista were tag team champions?
Yeah. Wasn't that like 08, 09?
Yeah, that's what it literally almost feels like. So, man, I won't be in denial about it, but it's almost hard to envision Bianca turning heel. Like the Naomi story makes sense, right? But I would love a curveball of Bianca doing it because then that also reminds me of when Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels. What was that? Oh, 2000, 2001? The match for SummerSlam when he busted his head through the car door and stuff,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this is pretty much history repeating itself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I like what you said. It's just hard trying to visualize that. That's all. I ain't got no problem with it. I actually like it. I think it would be great. And the parallels as well, like you said, Montez, right? You can't have one without the other. Like, imagine Bianca turning heel. Montez, that would be a little different. But if Bianca turned heels, you're not, it's like, okay, they're together. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
and me personally, I think it's time for a solo for Montez. Me personally.
It's been time.
I I hate not being able to see him wrestle as much. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I
Now, do
like
you
this.
do you think it would be like a situation where like they him and Angelo just agree to just like part ways and just do their own thing, or do somebody turn?
That's hard. I think Montez turns. I think he just get frustrated, becoming second fiddle. So like he kind of like boosts his own head.
Hmm.
Um and just kind of takes out Angelo. Then they have a feud for a bit, and then pretty much go their separate ways. I think Montez would be a great heel character. I think he'll be really great.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Um, he's just such a freak athlete and just like an amazing character as well. And I don't know which episode of SmackDown it was, but you remember the backstage um,
Yeah, it was recent. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
where he was hyping up and saying like we're done. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
With, playing around and I think it was the Um, the promo before their tag team title match against
Yep.
Machine Gun.
I ain't never seen him that serious.
Yeah, that was it for me.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. Because I was like, all right, Homelander. Okay, Homelander, I see you.
Yeah. So like with the solid booking as a heel, he can feed families with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he turns on Angelo. Um, and if that happens, then I'm pretty sure we should assume that it was Bianca, the one who did it. That will only make sense. But yeah,
So you know how like we give like earlier in the year we gave constructive criticism to Jey Uso. He lost so many matches. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So if this does indeed happen with Bianca actually being the one, you know how many times I want to bring it up to King when he actually comes up here. Like,
yeah,
told
yeah.
you.
Yeah. You like, bro, no, bro, y'all always say this, bro, no, bro, no, bro, y'all always do that, bro. What he wants to do? That's right. Cody's a whole different story. I'm not gonna go there, but I'm not going.
Yeah. But man, speaking of turning, man, we got new tag team champions, DIY.
Yeah, man, that was hey, that was pretty good acting. That was pretty good acting.
Yeah.
Um, Johnny Boy, he sold that. He sold that. I was like, oh. Then when he kicked my guy, I was like, well, I'm not surprised. Like it's one of those things, just like you're not surprised, but at the same time, it's just like seeing it. It feels a little weird.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm not surprised that it happened. I'm just looking forward to seeing who's next in line, and I'm pretty sure it is. Oh my gosh, Street Profits. And I think if they don't win, I think that's when Montez turn heel.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens.
Yeah. It's kind of like you were saying, as far as like that curveball. We just assumed like based off of the actions of Tommaso, he was going to be the one that turns on Johnny.
Yeah,
I mean, and then Johnny agrees with what Tommaso's doing, then he goes on the dark side himself. Because
yeah,
we've known Johnny more like that bona fide baby face that we
yeah,
just love and just like we want him to win every single match. You know what I'm saying? So like that's another one where like okay, we're not used to booing this person. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Now Triple H, I mean, Tommaso Chop.
Archer?
We're used to like, yeah, yeah, okay, forget about you, boo, boo, boo. So you know that at first, I'm not gonna lie, DIY. It wasn't a bad parent. I was just like, why these two? At first.
Mhm.
But over time it grew on me.
You talking about on their main roster run or like we're talking about like NXT?
Yeah, yeah, main roster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did follow them when it was in NXT?
Oh, individually, yes. I was so,
I keep forgetting you kind of like fell back from wrestling for a while.
especially NXT.
Yeah.
So, but I was following, but I wasn't like heavily in. So I would just see like
Was this when like
these.
was this like Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, NXT, or
Oh
Like
no. Adam,
Adam Cole and Undisputed Era and all them. Samoa
yeah,
Joe. Okay.
yeah, that was around that time. I stopped watching right before I stopped watching right before Finn got on main roster.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause he was killing NXT. Yeah,
Yeah. NXT was cool, man. I love that NXT. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, but man, how you feeling about Shinsuke? This new character, new heel character. I really enjoy it. Um,
yeah. I'll go ahead. My fault. My fault.
yeah, new US champ. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, kind of like going back to like War Games a little bit. Um, I mean, obviously I had LA Knight winning. You know what I mean? But something just told me Shinsuke. I think it's Shinsuke's time. You know what I'm saying? You just going back to when he first came in, he was just this worldwide sensation. Um, I feel like the company dropped the ball on him. Obviously, I feel like he should have got the title at what ranking was that? 30 against AJ for the title. What was that? 38?
You asked the wrong person.
I think it was 38 because I think it was 38 because the main event of that one was no, it wasn't 38. It was
It was no WrestleMania 38. It was AJ and Edge.
right. I'm trying to remember which 34. It was 34 because yeah, AJ and Shinsuke for the title. I feel like Shinsuke should have had his moment then, win the title, man. But um, just a full circle moment for him, winning the United States title. I think for the third time. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and probably thus far his best character work, in my opinion.
It's nice seeing him back. It almost felt as if like he kind of evaporated. Um, it wasn't like abruptly. It was like a smooth, gradual like disappearance. Like, okay, we slowly starting to see him less and less. Okay, what's going on then? And I was not expecting him to return at all. I don't think a lot of people were. I know I wasn't. So seeing him, with the paint, the I don't know, like just seeing him in this I guess I could say distorted, like a just a darker like realm or essence. I thought it fit him perfectly. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Just for me, I never really liked the I didn't like it. I like what's going on now.
Yeah,
Um, I think this fits him really, really well. Um, he fits the bad guy very well. I can't even call him a bad guy. I can almost call him an anti because he's not good or bad.
yeah,
Or he's not babyface or heel. Let me say that. To me, he's not. Um, I think what he's about to do now, what would be nice is seeing him and Carmelo. I think or should just even Andrade. I think, I think the lineup for those matches, like the contenders he will have to face, I think that they will all be great. Just because of um his ring experience and who he is, and like I said, like just this like it's like a disturbance in a sense of like who he is now that I kind of like and that I think like really fits him well. I think he's about to take off with um this character.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? How long do you think you should hold it? Like Mania, maybe?
I was thinking Elimination Chamber.
Dang. Well, in the actual chamber match, or
Maybe, but around that time. I don't think he'll hold it for that long. Yeah, I don't think he'll hold it for that long. But I was thinking Elimination Chamber. Give him a couple of months.
that ain't bad though. That ain't bad at all. But man, that was SmackDown. That's like the biggest thing that's going on right now, right?
Yeah,
Because as far as like the women's title, it's still mainly focused on her and Tiffany. So it's like,
yeah.
we're just waiting for the eventual cash in at this point.
Whenever she really cashed that in, she should have stuck with her gut. I don't give a darn about this War Games. I want my title, bro.
Yeah. Did you see that spot in the women's war games where she was kind of like trying to choose which ones?
Yeah, I probably would just laid on both of them. I would laid on both
I'm
of
like,
them.
Becky.
Yep. She would have got whooped, but it don't matter. She would have got whooped. What are you doing? I'm trying to win. I'm trying to have two wins.
Yeah. Um, let's move over to Raw, man. Let's move
All
over.
right.
Um, you got CM Punk, man. The just the voice of the voiceless. You know what I mean? The best in the world, CM Punk. Um, Successful at War Games with the Bloodline, the OG Bloodline. Now moving over to his own thing and that eventual favor from Paul Heyman, and he's basically hinting at that. What do you think it is like? Maybe a championship match along the lines, or like,
Oh, absolutely.
uh, okay,
Absolutely. Um, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Or if he gets in a sticky situation, I think it will be more so of a championship. But I think he will get himself in some mess, and he may end up hitting up Roman. I think I could see that happening. Like, hey, I helped you, you can help me. That might seem far-fetched, but I mean, they wrestled each other with each other.
mm,
Um, they shook hands, and it's not to say everything's kumbaya, but you can see obviously that there's some type of respect there.
yeah,
So I think the favor is more so about a championship, but I think he will ask for Roman help at some point.
yeah. Now, what championship are we talking?
Oh,
It's easier to assume like, oh, the world title because he's on Raw, but
no, I was thinking
I'm
Cody Rhodes.
I'm
I was
pretty
really
sure.
thinking
Yeah,
I was thinking Cody.
but Roman won that title back.
Exactly.
Then we can't forget about The Rock.
So I think, and this is something that I've kind of been seeing, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it too. I think not only with like Jay and Sammy joining, but I think when CM Punk joined, I think that just really created a tornado. That just made things so much worse. It so like Drew. right? Drew said what he said on Raw. Like, pretty much, y'all kiss ass. I mean, that's pretty much what he said, to put it in layman's
Yeah,
terms. Like, y'all are some ass kissers, and y'all went to a person who would sell you out in a heartbeat. Now, it's hard to say if that's we can't confirm or deny that now because of the position Roman has been put in because he had to be vulnerable in order to get Jay back. Now, does he know how to apologize? Absolutely not. But Jay understood his way of apologizing. Yes, like Roman has too much pride to like literally say, I'm sorry for such and such.
yeah,
But, him saying yeet, right? Everyone knew what that meant. Like, okay, like, I got you. So, um, I do think CM Punk goes after Cody Rhodes. Um, no, no, no. I thought about that. But I know I remember he was actually talking to Gunther too. Or was it Damian Priest? So I think he'll go after Gunther. Um, and I think Drew will come back and he's going to ruin CM Punk. Oh my God, he's going to ruin every
yeah,
chance that CM Punk gets. And then you have Seth Rollins. It's so many stories going on right now.
yeah,
And like, but a good chunk of it kind of points back to the bloodline, kind of, because all of these things are happening, and it's just like, but everyone keeps talking about why did you join Roman? That's like everyone's question. That's Seth's question. That's Drew's question. Like it is very interesting though.
yeah.
So
It's crazy because like one decision to put one man in a 5-on-5 match caused like such a domino effect.
yeah,
Like it only fueled the hatred for Punk from Rollins' perspective even more. For sure, Drew McIntyre's not done with CM Punk. Um, you got Rollins questioning Jay, questioning Sammy. Why would you team up with Roman after everything they did to y'all? You know what I'm saying? But then with the clapback, like, dude, you created this. You created this dude. You know what I'm saying? And then even on the other side with the new bloodline, they're still not out of it. They're still creating havoc. Like, what's next for them? Um, at this point, I think we're just waiting for The Rock to make his return and
yeah,
sell that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's so many pieces and so many stories to tell with this. You know what I mean? And then I saw this TikTok the other day where like they should make like I don't know why he said that, but it's kind of like a Shield 2.0 where like
Mm,
it's kind of like the crash out game. Because like out of everybody that you can think of, there's only three men that stood tall against the bloodline and never teamed with them, never nothing.
are you? Hold on,
That's Seth Rollins
Drew.
and Kevin Owens.
Oh my God, that would be crazy. Just Drew and
Because
Kevin
you,
alone.
because obviously Kevin Owens crashing out, you know what I'm saying? Took Randy Orton out of commission right now, trying to get the WWE title off Cody. Clearly, you see Seth crashing out. Drew's back. Why not?
That would be. Whew.
Yeah,
And everyone has a personal. like vendetta against CM Punk
and Roman Reigns.
and a little bit of Cody, just a little bit. So that's oh man, that would be perfect. That would be nice.
Yeah, I would love that, me personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but how, in your opinion, how you think they're gonna? Because obviously the end goal is Punk and Rollins, but is that gonna be straight up 1-on-1? Is Rollins gonna get the title? Punk gonna get the title? How you think that's gonna?
Drew is gonna play a Drew's gonna
Think
play
it's gonna be a
all of
triple threat, or how do you see?
eventually. I think the first one will be 1-on-1, but I think Drew will wreck the party.
Yeah,
I think Drew wrecks the party.
and do you see? Because right now he's still kind of like face a little bit, but as further down the line this feud goes, can you see Rollins turning heel? Because I don't see Punk going heel at all right now.
Um, yep, I can see it. Especially, well, he's already going up against Sami Zayn. So I think that's probably like one of the first steps, or those are one of the first signs. Like, hey, we should keep our head on a swivel of what's about to happen.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I definitely see it.
Oh, that's I'm sorry. I said Seth Rollins. I meant Drew. I was thinking I got my people mixed up. I think Sammy. I think Seth. I think he will eventually. I think he questions everything, and if he doesn't get the answer he wants, it doesn't turn out really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went back heel.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a heel stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember the last time. What was it? When was it?
20 was it 18? 17, 18? Man, it was before COVID, right?
No, you remember during COVID he was doing that Messiah stuff.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, 4 years. That's crazy.
Dang. Feel a little longer. Just a little bit.
He does, yeah. But I think it's needed based off the story. Uh,
Yeah.
and I still feel like Rollins deserves. I mean, even though he was in main event last Mania, but I feel like he still deserves his singles 1-on-1 main event in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Absolutely.
obviously he deserves that, and I feel like the story just tells itself for that. But
I think him and Drew teams up some way, somehow. Because even at WrestleMania, like they've never had like there's really like no bad blood between them.
yeah, it was just
Whenever
the title.
exactly. And even when what was the match? CM Punk versus Seth Rollins when he was the special guest referee.
Yeah,
Like there was really nothing going. Like Seth was really trying to play it clean. I don't recall if him and Drew got into it. I don't remember. I remember them like going back and forth, like barking. But as
yeah,
far as like hitting each other, I don't remember that. But yeah, I just want they don't really have any. It's not enough like beef between them to like do something. So
yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man. 2025 coming around the corner. Can't forget about Cena retirement tour. Um, it's it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Yeah. WWE was
wrestling is cool.
wrestling's cool. Um, are you gonna watch like? watch it live? The first episode, Netflix?
Absolutely. Hopefully on buffer.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of like worrying me a little bit. But yeah. Um, how did you feel about the Bloodline match? Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games.
It could have looked it could have been better in a sense of I thought more drama maybe was going to happen. I mean the ending was cool, don't get me wrong. The ending was cool. I guess the middle it was lacking something. I can't put a finger on it, but like the tension building up to everything or everyone being in the ring, right?
Mhm.
Like just even sending the Samoan werewolf in earlier than one would expect. Um, or Roman not allowing CM Punk to go, right? I thought it would have been a little bit more tension in the ring because of those things. I thought it was a good match though. I thought it was a good match. I didn't the match or the ring like the work in the ring wasn't bad, but I was just expecting a little bit more drama. But I mean, it was cool. It was nice seeing Jimmy fly off the top. Um, who else went off top? Was it Jacob? No,
No, it was
nobody else.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson, yeah. Unfortunately, he got hurt, which
Yeah,
Bronson. So it was nice seeing two guys take those, uh, taking those risks, with their bodies on the line, and then kind of sucked because Jimmy couldn't wrestle as much. You could tell he was just like clearly hurt.
yeah.
He couldn't really do too much. But I thought the story, the I like the ending. Like I said, it felt almost like Avengers kind of to me. Avengers like it's just something missing in the middle that I can't explain. But if I was to rate it like 1 through 10, I would say like a 8.5.
Okay, ain't too bad. Um, I mean, I would agree as far as like I was telling y'all in the group chat, like something just felt missing. You know what I'm saying? I was just expecting a lot more from it as far as like kind of like what you said, the drama, the a possible turn or someone coming out, or maybe possibly CM Punk costing the OG Bloodline the
Yeah,
match and screwing Roman Reigns. But I mean, it was a solid match. The middle was kind of like
yeah,
we're just building up to the ending. You know what I'm saying? I personally enjoyed the ending, just that aspect of okay, this is your last chance. We're trying to bring you back in. Like we understand why you did what you did, and just what I'm saying, just come back home. But Solo was defiant. You know what I'm saying? They had to do what they had to do, and but yeah, I enjoy the match. It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it an 8 myself.
yeah,
Uh, I just was expecting more, me personally.
yeah,
Um, I enjoyed honestly just the story element of just them entering the cage more so than the match itself. Just
yeah,
like facial expressions with Roman and Punk and um, Solo. faking out who's gonna go next. You know what I'm saying? Like that I enjoy those aspects more than the actual match itself, But just continuing the story, you know what I'm saying? And but overall it was solid. Solid main event.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only way I could put it.
yeah. So now with like 2024 PLEs are done, can you say a definitive PLE of the year?
WrestleMania.
That's,
But
that's easy.
besides WrestleMania, what's the one that sticks out? Man, either Backlash or I feel like I'm missing one. And it's going Backlash. If it wasn't for Roman Reigns coming out, I wouldn't put SummerSlam in there. I would not. But it's the fact that he did that really, made
Yeah.
it pop. I feel like I'm really missing one, and I hate that I can't think of it. And watch you gonna end up saying it. It's one I know that we've seen, and it's driving me nuts right now. Right now, I can only say Backlash and SummerSlam. I don't remember if it was Bad Blood. No, it wasn't Bad Blood. I don't remember. Oh, but go ahead, you got it.
It's tough because there's been a lot of pretty good PLEs this year. Um, what was the PLE? Oh, Bash and Berlin.
Is that when
Randy and Gunther main event.
the one I was thinking about? I couldn't see because I was about to say Crown Jewel, but that's not the one I was thinking about. It was Bash in Berlin.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking about.
It's either that for me or let's see. Backlash is up there for me. Let's see.
I think the most underrated for me was probably um Money in the Bank. Um, that women's match was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Uh, and see, I don't forgot again. I think Bad Blood. I think because I keep thinking about Bad Blood. That was underrated. I think that was underrated. I'm trying to think of the matches that were in there.
You had CM Punk, Drew McIntyre started it off in Hell in a Cell. The main event
Yeah.
was Cody and Roman against Bloodline, Jacob and Solo. Um, wasn't that the PLE where yeah, it was. That's when Raquel came back. It was the
Oh yeah.
shark
Yeah. Yeah.
match. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm trying to remember other matches.
Oh, Damien and Balor.
Yeah. Mhm. Wait, didn't Gunther have a match?
Hmm?
Didn't Gunther have a match? I think. No.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Hmm, it's interesting. But yeah, man. Before we get out of here, man. Saturday's night main event this Saturday in Long Island, New York. Um, I think it's a 5 match card, correct?
Yep. It sure is.
Okay. You got the list, so like I'm not as
All right, let's see. So the list is That's what it was. Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle. That's the underrated one I was thinking about. It was Drew got screwed over. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
oh my gosh, well he got screwed over in a lot of them, but that was the I Quit match with Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles.
yeah.
That's the one that was underrated. I was like, what am I thinking about? Clash at the Castle, that's what it was. So let's see these matches. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kevin Owens versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the championship. Um, then we have, and this isn't in order. This is not in order. We have Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. All right. Then we have Gunther, the Ring General, the demon. Well, I'm not even gonna call him that. Finn Balor, the Judgment Day leader. I'll call him that, the Judgment Day leader, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest in a triple threat. That's gonna be good. Um, the Women's World Championship, Miss Oblivion, Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. And then the United States Women's Championship, which would be Bailey or Chelsea Green versus Meechin or Tiffany Stratton. So this is going to be a pretty good. I think this is going to be a pretty good Saturday night main event. I think this is going to be nice to see.
Absolutely. Um, we already have your pick as far as who's going to be the women's United States champion. You have Tiffany.
It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Do you think? Oh, for me, I have Chelsea Green. Um, Now, do you think we will crown a new um, women's world champion?
Mm, eventually, I just don't know when. I mean, Naya's run is getting a little flat. You know, the soda been sitting out for a little bit too long. Um, it's time to put some more fizz in there.
Mhm.
It's yeah, her run's not bad, but I think she'll end up losing. What would be crazy is if Naya comes out there, right? So let's say Tiffany Stratton goes and wins, right? But Naya gets hurt in that process. You know where I'm going with this,
Yeah.
right? If that happens, that would be crazy. It won't happen, but if that were to happen, that would be crazy. If she was to hold the women's championship and the United States championship, that would be crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be yeah, diabolical. Um, no, I was talking about between Liv and Io.
That's crazy. Um, I'm just trying to think who would go up against Io. That's all. If she wins.
Mm, Io's a baby, right?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Um,
I think I
okay.
think this will be the last. I think this will be the last time Liv holds it. I think she wins, but I just think this is the last go round before Judgment Day falls apart. Because you seen Dom face Monday, right?
Mhm.
To Finn, you didn't have to say that. I'll slap the taste out your mouth. I'm just saying. Then I think, yeah, I think that'll happen. So I'll give you my quick little spiel. I think Judgment Day is going to break up, and it's going to be crazy. Um, either Finn. So if Finn loses, I think if Finn loses, Liv retains. If Liv retains, oh, if Liv loses, then I think Finn wins. Um, which sounds crazy, but then I think Liv might end up leaving Dom for Finn. Um, I think Karma's just gonna bite Dom in the butt, pretty much. And
Mhm.
then we get to see a babyface Dom again. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. Dang, that would be interesting. Really interesting. Um, Me personally, I just I don't see anyone beating Liv, kayfabe wise, until
Yeah,
to Mania, which it more than likely be Rhea. Getting that ultimate revenge. Um, but I think it would be a great match though.
oh,
Um,
for sure.
it's Liv Morgan. Like she's definitely developed in the ring and worked on her craft versus where she was with the Riot Squad. You know what I mean? And I mean it's Io Skyler. She's one of the greatest right now. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it would be a great match for sure. Um, you said what else is on it?
We have Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens.
No, we're saving that last.
Drew McIntyre and Sami
Oh,
Zayn.
Okay, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. Um, Such a deep rooted like story there. Um, I'm gonna give it to Drew because he lost that feud with Punk. He has to, you know, get his W's back. But I think
Yeah,
it'd be a great match. You know what I'm saying? Sami Zayn, again, Sami Zayn, one of the best workers right now.
yeah,
Um, but I think Drew needs to get his wins up. You know what I'm saying? And look pretty superior heading towards Rumble season.
yeah. I actually think he might win the Royal Rumble. If I'm being honest, if he's not in the championship match, I think he may win the Royal Rumble. Oh, and that's gonna be great. Oh, that's gonna be lovely. Um, yeah, I actually have Drew in this as well. Like you said, I think he needs something to kickstart his confidence, like you said. He just really reminds me of Thanos for some reason. Why, I don't know. But um I think somebody may be Jay, maybe even Seth. They may come out. What that'll look like, I don't know. But I think somebody will come out and then they'll really start to play into a real good story. It
Yeah.
could be Seth, it could be Jay. Like I don't know who would come out, but I do believe somebody is coming out. I think it may be Jay because Drew didn't have to mention Jay, but he did.
Mhm.
So I feel like he may end up coming out. But yeah, I have Drew beating Sammy.
Yeah. It'll be a great match for sure. Um, but man, triple threat. triple threat action, man, for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't see Gunther losing as well until Mania. Um,
Yeah.
I think they're going to continue this streak of Gunther having titles for a long time,
Hmm.
um, and losing it at like big shows like WrestleMania or a Rumble or something like that. So
Yeah.
uh, again, another great match on paper. You know what I mean? It has the potential to be. We talked about the development and just the most improved superstar of the year with Damian, and just
Yeah.
how much he has grown on us, and just his character development. Um, but I don't see him. I don't see him winning. Might
No.
possibly be taking a pin.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes the pin at
Yeah,
all. Um, yeah, I think Gunther wins as well. I just threw that theory out there just because I think it is going to be a point where I just think Liv turns on Dom or like Dom turns on Liv. Like he's leaving the Judgment Day regardless. Or
yeah,
the Judgment Day will be broken up sooner than later. But yeah, I got Gunther winning. Um this one. I don't see him losing at all. He is like the Nikola Jokic of wrestling right now. Like he doesn't look like imposing or scary. He don't really like have the muscles, the he's he doesn't have that flashiness. He doesn't even like really look athletic. But like when you in the ring with him, it's just like, man, how can you stop him? It's hard to beat him. So that's why I say he's like the Nikola Jokic of wrestling right now. Yeah, I don't see no one beating Gunther anytime soon. Anytime soon. I think the earliest he would lose, like you said, it would have to be like Royal Rumble. But I just think that's not even enough. It would have to be WrestleMania.
yeah. It has to be WrestleMania. Um, the only person that I see, it has to be, hustle, loyalty, and respect. Who else?
John
Yeah.
Cena. No, I'm saying. I'm
Um,
saying.
for
Mr.
him to,
17.
17, yeah. But we'll see about that. But as far as right now, yeah, I don't see anyone beating Gunther right now. Um, but honestly, I think Priest would just put in there to continue the story with him and Balor, and furthering that feud.
Yeah.
Off of the result of Gunther retaining. But it would be a good match.
Yeah.
It will be my pick of match of the night, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah. I think, like you were saying about the character development with Damian Priest, it's been a lot of like, especially after he won the championship, a lot of the matches that he were in, it was just like, ooh, these were good. But of course, the biggest thing was like the was either some of the interferences or like the botches. But the match itself, if it wasn't for those things, could have been like this match right here, like unforgettable. So yeah, I think this will either the Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre match or the triple threat match will be my match of the night.
that's a solid choice too.
Mm.
Drew and Sammy. But man, we got the main event, man. Main event time. You got Kevin Owens against, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champion. Um, I mean, before we even get into the match, how are you feeling about, Cody's reign and just how far he has come as, from winning it at WrestleMania 40 and that, just amazing main event to the matches he has had, infused with, AJ, Logan, Solo, and now Kevin. Um, how would you rate it?
Um, I think he has a really, really good title reign. Scale 1 through 10, I would say about a like a 8.8. Just me personally, I think John Cena has had the absolute best title run or reign ever. I don't think it's going to be hard to like top that. But Cody has had a really, really good one. Um, the matches that he has been in has been really, really good. And, throughout the time, he's really been like talking his talk. Something that like I'm not saying that we haven't seen, but it's just like, hey, like, before he was champion, it was like it was so like optimistic and so like um hmm, it gave the vibe of like believe before he was champion. Now, after him being champion, it's like I'm the best and I know it. But there's still like it's still optimism there. And now he's a little more aggressive. He's more yeah, he talk he his mouthpiece kind of it'll get you now. It'll get your chin checked. But I think I like his development too. Seeing him as a champion. I like his development. I think him and Gunther has been has gotten better with their mic skills. Um, Now to me, Cody is a little corny. I mean, but that's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. But I think just his title reign is pretty good. He overcame. He uh, he finished the story, right? And like now he's in a new book. He's in a new book, and he's thriving in this new book. So but of course, with great powers comes with greater responsibility. So him being champion, all this fiasco that's going on, like just look at the divide that is causing between him and his best friend, Kevin Owens. Um, Look at him and the possibility. Randy Orton's a good old viper. He ain't gonna tell you that, you know what I'm saying? But we could sense something was okay. So yeah, I mean, I just think Cody Rayne is really good. Um, I just want to, man, I almost want to see like him and Drew or like him and Seth. That's just me though. I need him to go up against like oh man, what I'm about to say is crazy. I need him to go up against like a huge like a superstar. To me, everyone he's faced is is like an all-star. But I need him on that like all NBA, all WWE like that. I need him to face someone like who could give him an actual run for his money. Not saying AJ Styles couldn't. I'm not saying that. But someone like Roman, again, someone like Drew, Seth Rollins,
Punk?
CM Punk.
Yeah.
When you start going up against people like that, I'm like, ooh, okay, then we could. But at the same time, he can only do so much. He can only fight so much people. So yeah. So I'll give him grace.
Yeah. Um, I've enjoyed Cody's reign. You know what I'm saying? I think the match qualities with, what he has had has been amazing. And also the story that goes into him has been, pretty good. Um, just his, um, I guess you could say aura has um, increased for me now that he's champion. Um, it's kind of like that old saying in wrestling, like sometimes certain people are just good, not just good, but they just look better, being the chaser versus the chasee.
Yeah, yeah.
And Cody he has proven, that he's a worthy champion. Um, but I feel like that rise to that mountaintop
Mhm.
has been more enjoyable than what he's doing now, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Um,
Now, oh, go ahead. Sorry, my fault.
you
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
I will say too, and I think I agree with you with his aura increasing, and I really think it started to increase after was it Crown Jewel? Um,
Against Gunther?
yeah,
Okay.
he beat Gunther, right? Look what it did to Gunther. Like the matches that he has had, like AJ Styles, like now I know like he was kind of injured too, but the matches that Cody has been in is like he makes people question their like themselves. Like, am I good enough? Like seeing Gunther at an all-time low like that was very odd. Um, so I think that was also nice to see Cody Rhodes win against Gunther. Um, I thought that was an important win too. Um, to see two of the the two of the best champions go at each other, and for him to come out on top and talk his talk like he was to Gunther. It's like, oh, all right, Cody, my bad, my bad. It's like one of those things, but it is important to know what you said because I felt as if like his story to get the process of being a champion is what was very enjoyable. It's great with him being a champion, but the story, like the grit, like the hunger is different. The like everything is just different. It's
Yeah.
almost like if we so I'll say this for an example, right? Let's use this channel. Let's use the Life of Kendrick channel, right? The grit and the grind of everything that you've put into this, all right? Is you going on 5 years with this channel?
Yeah, I started 20, yeah, 2020.
Okay, so we're going on 5 years with this channel, right? It's like the process of in the building of of things. Like you don't see it in the moment, but you kind of enjoy it in the moment in the same time, if that makes sense. And then it's just like the more you grow, the process is almost it's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's seeing the growth in the videos. Like, oh man, like I remember this, I remember that. I used to talk like that. Like it's the little things, right? And then once you reach the pinnacle, and which you will, once you reach the top of it, you look down and it's like, man, like, I'm here. Of course, there's always work to be done, but it's just like, man, like, look where I came from, right? I think that's just like, that's how I think of Cody. It's just like, man, like his story was so great, and now he's high at the mountaintop. So it's like, what more can he do? Because what like nothing can pretty much exceed what he is doing right now, or what he's the process of him getting to become a champion.
Mm.
That process, that story was great. So like that's just kind of how I look at, like that's where the parallels of like the channel and Cody Rhodes story just, kind of comes like it starts to plateau because once you do get to the top, all right, just think about apartments. There's floors. Once you get to the top, it just goes flat. It plateaus.
Yeah,
So I mean, when you fly, you go about 30, 40,000 feet in the air, then you plateau.
yeah.
So yeah.
You were speaking about like the All NBA team and who Cody needs to
Oh shoot, come on, man. Don't
really,
do this, bro. Don't do this.
really like judge his reign for real. So we're gonna eventually see the Cody Randy feud and match. Is that going to be like the beginning process for you as far as like to really judge?
Yes. Um, for me, like, and it's been good, but I'm just like, all right. And I'm not saying anyone he's faced isn't competition because anyone and everyone is competition. But it's just like, I need you to face it. I think Kevin Owens is probably the first one. It's like, okay, like the it's at the stairs, like where your legs are starting to get a little tired. I think now the competition is like really, really starting, and then we'll see where we go from there. But I think he's going to have trials and tribulations. Like he'll win the matches, but it's going to be like at what cost?
Yeah,
I think he'll be like that. So I think, like I said, he's had a pretty good reign. But once he start facing like the top of the food chain, then I'll be like, all right, okay.
yeah. Especially the eventual Rock match as well. That's like the tippity top of
Yeah. The final
legendary.
ball.
Yeah. Um, but do you see Cody retaining though? It's Saturday night's main event.
It's The Rock? Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's Kevin.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Kevin has no re Kevin has no reason to win. He is, it's one of those things, and I respect Kevin too. It's one of those things, it's like, if you're champion, so like I'm not gonna look at you any different because I already respect you. It's the prize fighter. You being with Chris Jericho, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I was just thinking about that. him and Chris, but I don't think nothing will ever change my, viewpoint on him. He just reminds me of, can't believe I'm about to say this, Jason Tatum. It's one of those things just like, you won a championship. Cool. If you win another one, I'm not, nothing's going to change me. Like, I'm not going to change my thoughts about you. Like, you're a really good player. The more championships you win, this is not like his style is like cool. It's bland to me. It's bland. That might sound crazy, but it's just like there's nothing really that sticks out to me about Kevin Owens. Respectfully, though, respectfully.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I got Cody retaining as well. It would be really, really crazy if Triple H swerves us, yeah, gets Kevin Owens maybe a month reign or 2 month reign, leading up to, Rumble or the Chamber. Um, but yeah, Cody has to retain. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah,
Continue his story, continue his, his journey. But possibly another match that could be match of the night. Just the story that they are telling, with that feud. I think it's really good stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, Probably as far as I can remember, probably Kevin's best, um, character work for a while,
Yeah,
for a long while. Um, but yeah. Would you consider this a PLE? It's a
I
PLE.
know, right? I was like, do it, because I wanted to say PLE. It's on a Saturday. It's
Yeah.
on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It is live,
Yeah.
and it is a event. I mean, the PLE it is. Look, if it's on Peacock, then it's a PLE.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But man, that was our little spiel for today.
Yeah.
Currently
We ain't,
definitely,
oh, we ain't get never mind. I guess that could be another day.
yeah, another day for the new day. But yeah, man. We'll probably do a review for that Saturday. Well, I'll be busy,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, we don't have to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would probably do a video on like just the new day itself. Not necessarily like a tribute, but like a that's crazy. Oh, that's great. He said they was good, but they was not that good.
they had a solid reign. 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years is a long time to
Hmm.
for any team, faction, anything. Um, they're mostly known, as Baby, but they've been heel here and there. But me personally, just like putting my last 2 cents in here, I think he is cleared, and they're just playing it up TV, and it's kind of like I was telling you about how with Montez and Angelo, um, where they continue to be a tag team, or they just like respectfully like, hey, I'm gonna just do my own individual thing. I think Kofi and Xavier are gonna like do their own thing, but still they're New Day. And
Yeah.
I think Eve returns at the Rumble,
I was thinking the Rumble too.
and we'll finally get that New Day triple threat at Mania, with
Mm,
of course winning.
mm. Okay. All right. This is a point of reference to come back to. That I mean, if that happens, I was most definitely thinking he comes back because if he wasn't coming back, right?
Yeah,
First of all, let's make this clear. Did the Usos have anything for a 10-year reunion? So why does New Day get one? Matter of fact, did the Usos get anything? A 15-year? They've been together what since '08? That's
yeah,
16 years. Going on 17. That's crazy to think about. So the fact that the Usos haven't gotten anything, but the New Day has for 10 years, that's a setup for Big E. And even if that was the case, why have Big E come back all of a sudden? Not necessarily all of a sudden, but it's just like there could have been other ample opportunities he could have shown up.
yeah.
So I most definitely agree with you. So I'm with you on that. I'm
Yeah.
with you on that.
You see that crowd response? That was crazy.
Hey boy, I thought Dom had it bad. They couldn't even say nothing.
Sheesh.
Mm.
So that lets you know, like they got to be doing something.
Yeah.
They have to yeah. But yeah, man. I don't even know what the like title for this whenever I post. Just like around the around the horn with WWE stuff. Um,
Current events.
yeah, current events. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. I don't know. We may get King next time. We don't know. He's been MIA, but we'll see.
Mm.
But yeah, man. Until our next video, is there